Okay, so today I'm going to do as promised, show you how to keep a factory edge on your knife. This is my actual hat from the army, my bush hat we used to call it. I'm not wearing it in public, so I'm not breaking the law. I'm alone here on my farm, and I thought I'll wear it again today. I think my head grew a little bit because it's very tight. But yeah, my secret to keeping that new factory edge on a knife is this Lanskey set. When I bought this set, I don't know when, I think in about 2006, I only bought these two stones with the set. There are three stones, these three stones, two artificial stones, rough, medium and fine, and this one is natural stone fine. What I can tell you now from experience, the natural stones are much better. So for using it incorrectly, I kind of damaged my medium stone, and I replaced it with natural stone rough, which is more or less the same as the medium artificial stone. So today I'm going to show you exactly how this works. If you know exactly how this set works, then this video is not for you. I'm going to do this as for beginners. So basically, this set comes with the stones, with the arms that goes through here. I'll show you now how this works. And then your owning oil. I've tried many different oils, but I always end up ordering more of these because these are the best for these stones. As you can see, I've got an whole array of different types of knives here, and the reason why I have that, I'm not going to sharpen all of them because it takes a lot of time, just to show you that you can almost sharpen any kind of knife with it. I also got the serrated stone here, this white one. I'll show you how it works. So this is another knife, another folder that I got from one of my friends. Also quite interesting knife. It's got a little loop here to hook it onto a carabiner. It's got a bottle opener, belt clip, and then it's got an interesting lock in the handle, so you pull the lock down and flick it open. You see that? So quite interesting, and it locks quite safely as well. Nice little pocket knife there, or hanging knife for your backpack. So there you can see it's got a straight edge and then a serrated edge, about half of the blade. I'm also going to sharpen serrated edges, maybe not in this video but in the next. Then I've got this, my wearing knife at the moment is my Ultra Edge Outdoor Edge knife, the one who got edged. So I'm going to put a new edge on that. That's what the video is about. And I thought I'll show you a very interesting little Columbia folder that I got in America. Quite interesting little knife. The whole body actually folds and pivots, and then now you could probably open it like that, but it's a little bit unsafe because if it comes down it will take your finger off. So I just opened this. It's not a one-handed knife. I think it's a little bit dangerous, but yeah, when it's open it does lock, and then you press the whole body down, it pivots, and then it closes. Nice little knife. One of my son's favorites, although it's not very safe. And then I've got this Ticket bone knife, chromoly steel. Unfortunately it does not have a lock, but it's got quite a tight spring. Brand new, I haven't used it. This is more of a biltong knife. If you're not from South Africa, biltong is almost like jerky, like beef jerky, but we make it from all different kinds of meat, especially wild meat, kudu and eland and gemsbok. Yeah, so this is a perfect biltong knife. It's got a very straight edge, and the reason why I've got this here today is to show you how to insert it into your knife holder here. And then I also carry this on the farm quite often. It's the Leatherman Skeleton. It's got a awesome chromoly 154 blade, half serrated, half straight edge. Awesome knife, I use it a lot. Unfortunately I lost the star bit for the screwdriver, but I still have the straight bit. The spring on this holder went, so now the bit keeps falling out. I need to get that fixed. But yeah, awesome little skeleton tool, a multi-tool. It's got a very sharp, almost like a tweezer type tip. You can pull out thorns with it. It cuts very thick wire. It's got a very nice wire cutter, very strong. Not the best pliers for twisting wire because it's got such a thin beak, but yeah, I use this at least 5 to 10 times a day. It's got a nice little carabiner clip here and also a bottle opener there. I don't know why that is for, because you could open a bottle with any part of the knife, and a little belt clip. The nice thing about this is when it's closed, it's actually a little bit smaller than a normal pocket knife, so that's an awesome multi-tool. So I also sharpen that with this sharpening set, and then my son is sitting with me here. He's my assistant today, off school today. He's also got his own little Horizons multi-tool, also very sharp tip on the plier, nice wire cutter, very small, perfect size for his hands, almost the same as mine. And then it's got a little carabiner clip, screwdriver, star screwdriver, very small Phillips it looks like. And then it's got this dangerous tool here, probably a bottle opener and can opener, I suppose. And then it's got a pocket knife which he wants me to sharpen for him as well. That's why that one is lying here today. The average time to sharpen a knife with this set is about, depending on the state that your edge is in, I would say I usually spend about half an hour, sometimes longer. So let's start with this gadget here. This is what you fix the knife to keep it in place. It's got a, if you open this up, if you look closely, you'll see that it's got a little ledge on the edge there. You see there? Okay, so for knives that's got a sharp back, it is specifically designed to keep the knife there, and it's also for knives that's got not a very thick blade. So basically what you'll do is you'll adjust that screw there almost to the width that space is as thick as your blade's back. So you adjust it there, then you put the knife in there like so, and then you tighten the back screw to hook in there. Tighten the back screw. So as you'll see now is that little ledge is actually just cutting there. See that? And it is very tight in there. If it's not tight enough, you can unscrew the back red screw there, tighten the front one a little bit more, and then tighten the back one again. And make sure your knife is straight if you look at it like that, because obviously you're going to sharpen it from both sides and you want your edge to be similar on both ends. You see that? Alright, so the next step is to get your stones ready. I keep my stones oiled continuously. I'm just going to use my medium stone today. So you attach this little shaft to it, tighten it up. There's an extra tightening screw there if you may lose one. Tighten that up nicely. This plastic that they're using on here is organic plastic, so you should not use any solvents close to this set. And then I'm also going to prepare my fine stone for sharpening that knife, for finishing the blade off. So basically the first thing you need to do is see what the previous angle of your edge were. This looks to me, if I just look at it, it looks like a 20 or a 25 degree angle, which doesn't go blunt quickly, but it's not very sharp. It keeps the edge, but it's not very sharp. If you want to change the angle of your edge, then it's going to take a lot longer than half an hour. So basically what I do is I put my stone in the 20 degrees and then I keep it against the edge and see, okay, it is not a 20, yeah, it is a 20 degree. Now if you just give it a little bit of a rub against there, you will see if it's a 20 or not, because you can actually see in the edge if it's catching the whole edge. So this looks like it's sharpened to 20 degrees. So step one would be to, let me zoom in here a little bit. So once you've got your knife fixed in here, what I usually do is I take an old piece of rag, throw it out on the table for the oil not to mess. The knife is fixed properly. Step one would be to go with your coarse or medium stone and make sure that your edge is completely the same right through. So I always keep a lot of oil on my stones. Alright, unfortunately I don't have the table hook for this set. I only use it in my hands, so I will keep it like this. Put the bar in the 20 degree. On this thing you can see the different angles. You can use it to sharpen to. It's 17, 20, 25 and 30. 17 is for shaving hair, very sharp. 20 is an edge that will last longer but not as sharp. Might just shave hair with that, but definitely not your beard. And then 25 very hard for chopping, and 30 for axes, I suppose. So basically you will make sure that there's enough oil on your blade. I will also add a little bit of oil to the actual blade, not only to the stone. And then I'll insert the bar into the 20 degrees and then slowly but surely use the whole stone and work your way from the tip down, not applying too much pressure to the edge. You can also keep it upside down for the oil to not run off. See there what's happening there with the oil? Make sure that there's enough oil on there. The moment the stone starts to show dry, add a little bit of oil. Then I'll work on the one side of the blade for a while. Make sure there's enough oil. And then I'll inspect to see how much of the blade I'm actually working with. As I can see here, because this is a board knife, it's brand new, the edge is not exactly the same angle right through. In some places you can actually see that there's no edge, no old edge left, and in other places you can see there's a little bit of the old edge left. So this wasn't sharpened to exactly 20 degrees, it was more like 22.5 maybe degrees. So this is where it takes time, because you have to now continue to sharpen until that sharpening edge is the same right through. And if you look closely you can see it very clearly there that there's a double edge now. So basically what I'll do now is I'll make the video a little bit faster and then continue to sharpen this blade with the medium stone. Make sure you've got enough oil on there, 20 degrees, and start working. You can actually hear when you start getting the full edge, full new edge, the sound on the stone will actually change. It becomes a little bit softer If it's like a hard sound, then you know you're still far away. Remember to always add oil. Now the reason why I decided to make this video is because all my friends come to me with their knives and always ask me to sharpen their blades for them. Now if you go over to the other side now, I turn it around, you actually hear the sound is a lot different. It's a lot harder and louder. That's because the edge is still far away from being ready. You just have to listen. Hear that? That means we are far away from 20 degrees at the back end. If you need to apply a little bit more pressure, remember to use the whole. You just stop there so it's not too unsafe for you to hold it there. They say you should hold it like that, but I've been working with this a lot. I know that if I keep my finger there, it stops way before the blade, depending on the thickness of the blade obviously, or the width of the blade. So I turn it upside down and then work with a little bit of pressure. Make sure to use the whole stone so you don't damage the stone. I hope I'm doing this correctly. I've been doing it like this for the last 12, 13 years with this set, and before that I used to use my grandfather's set. He was so upset about his set. He said you must always go with the blade and start at the back and move to the front. For finishing off I do that, but I honestly don't have enough time in life to go like that the whole time. But probably the best method, I suppose. I find that these natural stone sharpening stones, they last a lot longer, and yeah, I'm always in a hurry, always have something else to do, so I really don't have time to spend the whole day on sharpening a knife. So I just go like this. I hope it's not wrong. Leave a comment below if you think that that's completely idiotic, and then I'll see if I can change my method. So as you can see now, this is not a very bad knife, not very bad steel, because it's quite hard. I can still see two different angles on the edge, so we are still a while away from getting that 20 degree edge on there. So I'll just forward again. Okay, so this is a bone handle knife, so I would suggest not touching the bone with your carbonated hands, because that will definitely stain the bone. But yeah, you can see we are getting there slowly. We don't have much of the double edge left. We got a little bit left here in the front, and then a little bit there at the back tip. We're almost getting there. So keep the knife clean on this side, a little bit better, a little bit left there in the center, a little bit left there at the back. So I'll work on it for another couple of minutes. Make sure you don't put the shaft in the wrong hole. That's gonna mess up everything. Just make sure throughout the sharpening process your knife stays nice and tight in place. Don't change it, because then you'll change the angle. Once you get closer to the sharp edge, you'll hear the sound changes a little bit, and then you can start working a little bit softer on your stone, and make sure you get a nice even edge all through the length of the blade. You hear there, it's getting a lot softer. The sound is not as loud anymore. So we're getting very slowly. If you think you are done, then you have about 5 minutes left with that stone. That's something I've learned in sharpening a knife properly. The moment you think you're done, the moment you can't see that the edge, that there's a double edge anymore, the moment you think you are 100% finished, you're about 80% finished. So then you just carry on for another 5 minutes or so. So I'm almost at that stage now where I can feel it's getting sharp. So I think I'm done, and then I've got that 5 minutes left. So I'm going to give it another 5 minutes. Don't rub your cloth on your stone, because that will just let the lint block up your stone. So I'm 80% done if I think I'm done. Now for the second time, if you think you're done and you inspect it and it looks like your new edge is all the way through, you've had your extra 5 minutes. Now if you think you're completely done and it feels sharp, grabs your skin, now you're about 90% finished, and that is just with this one stone. Then you give it another couple of minutes. Now you'll hear that everything's much smoother and softer, not much sound to it anymore. It is very nice and smooth. Now I'll just work on it for about 1 minute, making it nice and smooth, get all the grooves out microscopically. I'll just go through the blade, nice and soft, nice and soft. Keep it well oiled. Make sure you turn your knife often. You don't want an edge roll over. But yeah, on 20 degrees you shouldn't, especially not if you go both directions with your stone. Don't put too much force on it. You can see we are already almost 25 minutes into the sharpening process, and we're not done yet. We're almost done with our first stone there. And we started with a good knife, we didn't even have any damage. Alright, I think that is it for our first stone. Let's see, don't touch the bone. Let's see what it, oh yeah. So we can just start cutting here with it. Nice. Okay, that's done with our medium stone. Now we're going to finish it off with our smooth stone. Okay, smooth stone, same story. Make sure it's oiled very well. These stones are quite expensive to replace. You don't want to mess up your stones. So on 20 degrees, work with your smooth stone, full length of the edge. For a while. There's no time limit to this. If you think there's any better ways of sharpening a knife, go buy yourself any type of knife sharpener. You can use a belt, you can use a stone, you can use water stones, oil stones. And let me tell you, that is definitely an art. To sharpen a knife properly is an art. This takes the art out of it, and this is, I would say, the easiest, most effective way to get a proper edge on your blade without having to master the art of a wheel or a sharpening stone or something like that that you have to do freehand. I take my hat off to those guys. There's some of them that do a very, very good job at it, and I respect them. And like I said, hopefully one day when I grow up, I would also be able to do it. But for now, this works very well for me. My knives are always sharp. Now I'm going really soft. I'm going softer and softer with the amount of pressure I'm applying to the blade, almost nothing. Now you see, if you roll the stone over, all the oil catches and goes over the edge, meaning you've got a perfect edge. Now again, once you think that you are done, you are about 80% done, and now you can start going really softly. Most experts say you go in one direction, others say you go in the other direction. I don't really know what's the right way. All I know is that if you go really softly at the end with your super fine stone, then you get a nice edge. I think you can spend another minute or two on this to make sure it's 100%. Like I said, very softly, just glide it over, and then to finish it off, I'll show you now what I do, because the stone is so fine, it leaves a very, very shiny surface on your edge. So I like that surface to be the same color throughout. So what I do is, when I'm completely done, I almost done nicely, and then I'll drag the stone from the back to the front very softly. Just to give the edge the same color throughout. Almost no sound anymore, and you know you've done well. Okay, so it is time. It's the moment of truth. Let's see how sharp this knife really is. I just want to clean my hands a little bit. Don't want to make the bone dirty. So, we've got a Lanskey sharpened knife. It looks beautiful, that edge looks like art. It's amazing, and yes, this could be a shaver. And I actually just wanted to use for some biltong, but yeah, it is a proper sharp knife. You can see that takes hair off as well as a razor. Then you've known you've done a good job. You can finish it on a piece of leather if you have some. You can finish it on a piece of wood if you want to by hand. But yeah, for me this will do. I use my knife so often that I would probably do this once a week with my daily carry. So that was using that tip of the grabber's edge, because this knife has got a very sharp backbone. Alright, if you have something like this that is a round backbone like this knife, I will show you the before and after photos after I sharpen it. Then you're going to put the knife in a little bit deeper so that that tip ledge doesn't catch the knife, the whole thing catches the knife. So what I do is I put it about there, in quite deep. Like that, you see? And yeah, then all the fun and game starts from the beginning. You see that little bit of damage on the edge there that I need to take out. So this knife is probably going to take me about 45 minutes. So I'm not going to waste any time on the video. I'm going to stop the video now. I'll show you some before and after pictures. This knife, if I rub it against the edge just quickly, my medium stone, then you'll see it was sharpened on a 20-degree angle before, so I don't need to change any angles. I just need to get that little bit of damage out. So I'll see you later. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to continue sharpening this knife. This video is obviously going to be too long to do it on video, but just to give you a sneak peek, see that it will become as new as again. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments or any questions, please comment below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't mind, subscribe there or there, and that little bell next to the subscribe button is a notification button. It means that if you press that bell after you subscribe to my channel, then you'll get a notification every time I post a new video. Thank you, I appreciate your time. I thought I'd share this with you, not because I'm tired of sharpening other people's knives. I do that out of love and friendship, but yeah, it would be nice if other people could also invest in a set like this and yeah, sharpen their own knives. A blunt knife is as good as a gun without any ammunition. It's got no use. So thanks for watching. Okay, so it's about 20 minutes later and I'm still busy sharpening my outer edge knife. I'm just finishing off. So let's see how well I did. I got all the damage out and I'm just finishing it off now with my super fine stone. because the angle was already 20 degrees, I didn't work too hard changing the angle. Changing the angle is the worst job in the world. I just had to take out a nick that was round about there. So let's see how I did. I think we're about done now. Like I said, the knife looks completely different. So like I said, the knife looks completely different than what it used to look now that it's edged. But yeah, what I want you to see is that beautiful factory edge right there all the way through. And yeah, it's this knife is 6 years old. I've probably sharpened it about 200 times, and yeah, like I said, I like that brand new feeling of a new knife, and that's what it does. It shaves hair, and that's how I like to carry my knife. Thanks for watching.